episode 181. Here we are again. We took last week off. We've been doing that more often. I've been doing that more often. I apologize, but I'm a busy dude. So anyway, what's up, everybody? It's time to go back to school. All you kids going back to school tomorrow around here. I'm sorry, and I'm still glad that I'm not one of you at the age of 41 still. I'm just so glad I don't have to go back to school. It's great. So, David, Ben, how you doing tonight, guys?
Very good, man. How's it going?
It's going well. We had a featured artist, Johnny Hard and the Mess, but I have no idea where they are. So they won't be with us tonight. But they got free marketing that we're talking about, just like some other people. I don't know why. I work really hard to put the show together, and then people don't show up. What am I doing? What am I going to do?
How are we going to protect against that? I was just telling Joe there's got to be a secret community somewhere where these artists, they figured it out. They figured out how to get free marketing. They just book a time on the show and never show up, and then their picture is still in the show card. They get all this attention for nothing.
But thankfully, we have Mr. Ben Hippen here tonight. You guys may recognize him from being a past featured artist, and then also coming on as a panel guest with his friend Egan, and Egan and Hippen and Hippen and Egan and Egan and Hippen. But we were just talking before the show, Ben. I want to get into it real quick before we listen to the first song tonight, just briefly, of course. But you have a new orchestral world smash hit or something. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
I do. I have a piece called American Nocturne for Symphony Orchestra that's been performed in Europe a couple times, and it was on Performance Today on public radio a couple months ago. So yeah, it's been a real exciting thing for me.
Sweet. So so everybody check that out. And we got Rob Hix pushing all the buttons for us as always tonight. And we're going to go ahead and check out some tunes tonight. Let's see here. First up this evening, where's my notes? We have Junkfeathers with their song Drive. I'm going to let you know right off the bat, this is my favorite song of the night. I don't know if you guys are going to like it or not, but I do. And so let's check it out. Share this video out. Let us know what you think in the comments. We'll be right back.
Looking in the rearview mirror, I can see the things I've done, and all my hindsight's always clearer. A new journey has begun. Take the wheel and take control. Take back all the things time stolen. Hit the road and drive. Make the most of life. Hit the road and drive. Hit the road. If you're too afraid to steer, you'll make the mistakes of your youth. You've got to face the fear if you long to taste the truth. Take the wheel and say
Junkfeathers with Drive on Indie Music Live, episode 181. It's back to school time. Dave, what are you studying this year?
Saturday and Sunday, back to school. What am I studying?
Who goes to school on Sunday?
Oh, I don't know. I'm constantly researching. We forgot to mention the new reviews on the website. Maybe we'll do that later.
You just did it, though.
Yeah, well, I want to call them out. Well, it's too late now. I'll just say it. Jeez. Dave Moulter review posts on the website. We got Daryl Ball and Movie Club and Jake Henniger and just a bunch of others, man. They're flowing now. So go check those out. Very well written, mostly by JoeJoeKeys.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. by me, of course. No. No, this tune, man, I would guess this band or this young lady is a fan of Lourdes and Shirley Manson from Garbage. Those are the two bands that I was kind of hearing a reference from. And I would, I kind of want them to like submit their music to Butch Vig to see if he wants to maybe produce their next stuff, because Butch Vig is a producer for Garbage, you know, Shirley Manson and Pumpkins and a bunch of other big bands. And he's one of my favorite producers, and he just kind of the touch. I kind of see like that being the next step with this band is to be a little, maybe have a little more synth and a little more rhythmic musicianship in the background, or, you know, something, but maybe a composer of orchestras would be able to expand upon this.
Ben, that's your transition.
Ben, that's your cue. Ben?
Yeah, David, totally agree with you, and definitely hear the Garbage thingy in there too. I really liked this track. I really liked it had this sort of soundscape quality to it that was really appealing, and it was really listenable. But I also liked it because it was a really solidly written song. They took a lot of care with their lyrics. The lyrics told a story. They were very engaging. So I thought it really worked on multiple levels.
Nice.
Definitely. I already told you what I thought. I thought it was my favorite song out of the mix tonight. In general, this is just something that my wife and I would listen to together in the car because we both can handle it, you know, because we both love all kinds of music, but we focus on different extremes of music. And this is something that she would definitely be listening to on the porch on a happy hour night or something. So, and this is where we introduce our featured artists. But they're not here. So we're going to move on. That was fun. Let's see. Well, we said we're going to do Andrew Edwards next. So, Ben, this is right up your alley. This guy actually does, if you look him up, he lives in LA, and he's going to be a featured artist either next week or the week after. So we're kind of introducing his music here tonight. But he's really big into like movie songs, making songs for movies. And actually part of his new album was that he commissioned, I guess you could say, different video producers to listen to his song and make a video relating to some sort of like social issues or whatever, but make a video just on their impressions of the music. So
yeah, 10 different directors for 10 different tracks.
Is that what it was? Yeah. Something like that. Cool. So he's a real interesting guy, and he lives in LA, I believe. And so this is one of his new songs, the title track off of his new album. Now remember, this is like more made for like movies and stuff, so it's not like tons of hooks in it, but check it out. This is Andrew M. Edwards with The Center of the Sky. Indie Music Live, episode 181. Sorry, I'm laughing, but Rob's making some really dirty symbols. I don't know what he's getting at, but
Gang symbols,
lots of this, and I don't know.
No, there's a competing gang peering through his windows.
I'm just playing.
All right, sorry.
Rob's like, I'll take offense. I'm just joking around, man. Come on, relax. Show me that sign again. Okay. Center of the Sky, Andrew Edwards. That's the one I like.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go to Ben on this one first. I like this kind of stuff. This is cool. Not really something I would put in the car because it probably put me to sleep. But I guess maybe that's what it's good for. I don't know. What do you think, Ben?
Thought it was a really solid track. You know, I do a lot of pure instrumentals myself, so it's really nice to hear something like that. Definitely very cinematic. And real nice progression in it. So it's got a really solid orchestral sound and sort of starts from a little bit more of an ambient soundscape space. Keeps that orchestral vibe, but then he comes in with some nice synth lead work at the end. And, you know, I sort of jump between the composing and the songwriting world a lot. And the tough thing is with a song, you've always got the vocal, you got the lyric and the voice to sort of guide you through, but you don't have that with an instrumental. So you got to do something else to build the form. And I thought he did a really nice job of that in this track.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, cinematic along with, you know, dramatic, inspirational. I mean, it's positive. This song makes you feel good when you listen to it. I mean, the reason I was laughing, Joe, is I'm listening to it, I'm just picturing Tom Cruise running in slow motion through a field of golden wheatgrass. Just like in some like movie like section. Because this is,
Dave, yeah. You can start another podcast, talk about your fantasies some other time.
Hey, I can't. I mean, they just rush into the head. What can I say? It just happened. But yeah, I mean, this is prime for movie stuff. I mean, it you know, perhaps it's not. I'd love to hear his opinion on that, like why he doesn't want it to be in a movie. But I mean, it spurs on this emotion that movie makers want people to have. I mean, that's kind of why they choose certain composers and scorers of the music in the film, is because they want certain types of emotions to be pulled out of the watcher, of the viewer. So
and that's a good transition right there. So let's get to Ben's song. Since Johnny Hart and the Mess didn't show up tonight, we're going to replace their song with Ben's, which is generally what we do if we have a panel guest and the featured artist doesn't show up for some reason. We'll or, you know, a lot of times, even so, we'll play one new song or whatever of the panel guests. So here we are, listening to one of Ben's songs. So, Ben, we were talking about the orchestral thing and stuff, and you were saying that you've been commissioned before. Explain how something like that might go about.
Yeah, well, typically what will happen is there'll be a performance opportunity. You know, orchestra concerts are set a year or many years in advance. Mm-hmm. You know, you're going to have a program on in some season. And it takes a long time to write an orchestral work, so the lead time on this is really long. And typically either the board of the orchestra or the conductor or the marketing department wants a certain type of piece or a certain feel or a certain representation. They'll reach out, and then composers either find out about it through word of mouth or bid on it, and that's kind of how it starts happening. Okay.
And how do you generally, I don't know how many you've done, but how many of those, like, how do you generally go about getting those? Like, is it just for you personally? Has it been people that you've known, or have you reached out, or have you, like, you know, submitted, or, I mean, bid, as you say?
Craigslist, right?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, no, it's pretty much word of mouth. There are some composition competitions, like there are songwriting competitions, but it's a pretty small community, and it tends to be word of mouth.
So is this locally, or is this pretty much like anytime, anywhere, like, you know?
Anytime, anywhere. Yeah. This last piece, actually, its first couple of performances were in Europe. It hasn't been performed in the U.S. yet, but it will be this coming season.
Okay, cool. Well, I know what I'm doing this year. I'm going to make that happen. No, I'm kidding. Yeah.
Let's play it.
So, Ben, what's the song we're going to be listening to? Just give us a brief description and we'll check it out. We've never even heard this song, Dave and I, so.
All right. Yeah. So this song is called Sweet Wisconsin. It's a song that I recorded with my songwriting partner, Kristen Eggen. We toured together as Eggen and Hippen, and it's on an EP that we dropped a few months ago called Time Never Passes.
Sweet.
So take your boat out in the current, whoa, and find out how far
So Ben, I take it you're a fan of Wisconsin.
Yeah. Well, actually, Egan is from Wisconsin.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Cool. Well, I couldn't really hear it too well, but I mean, I know your standard and your quality, so I'm sure it's a good tune. I could kind of pick up, but I think I was picking up two, like one from the studio and one from Dave. So I like heard one part, and then I heard it again. So,
Hey Ben, are you a fan of the blues, man?
Yeah.
Like how much is it an influence when you write?
Quite a bit, actually.
Really?
I tend to sneak a lot of blues and a lot of jazz into both sort of like rootsy type stuff and my orchestral writing too, actually.
I was thinking of you ever heard of the Tedeschi Trucks band?
Yes.
Yeah, Derek Trucks, probably one of the top few slide guitar players in the world. I mean, he's amazing. You check them out, man, because it kind of had that flavor. Like I could see them covering like a tune like this, where basically the only thing that would be added would be some slide guitar, just as little solo parts. But it had that nice smooth groove, which is consistent in all their music. I mean, they have a little more blues flavor, but this was cool, man. I really enjoyed it.
I was almost thinking the parts that I could hear was almost sort of Southern influenced in a sense. Sounded like it to me.
Just subtle, yeah. It's like
subtle, yeah. So cool. So Ben, where can everybody find you and your music and all that stuff? Not your address or anything, but
I'm hard to find. No, we're on Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, all the usual places. We released an EP a few months ago. The EP is called Time Never Passes. Our website is eganandhippen.com. Come check us out. We're also on Facebook.
Sweet. So it's always good to have you here, man. Thanks for hanging out with us. Dave, any final words?
No, man. Good times. Good times.
Yeah, good times. Good times. Robert Hix from Hixvideo, Hixvideo, hitting the buttons, making us look really good and professional up here as I sit in my underwear in my office at home. Just saying.
That's it.
So we'll be here next week for sure. Episode 182, live on Tuesday nights, YouTube, Indie Music Live, 10 o'clock Eastern time. I think that rings all the bells and pushes all the buttons and stuff. So have a good night.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Looking in the rearview mirror, I can see the things I've done, and all my hindsight's always clearer.